Welcome back to Mystical Heart Tarot readings. This is another update on Little Summer Moon, Utah Wells, as seen through the eyes of a stranger with the help of Spirit. I haven't done any videos lately, and I thought I would do one on summer. And in trying to decide on what questions to ask, I decided I'm going to start back at square one on this. Let's start back at square one. Even to the point that I'm not using my new Tarot Royale. I'm using the originals that I was using back then. And the first question I'm going to ask, and I've already got cold chills, is what happened to Summer Moon Utah Wells on June 15th? And I ask these questions to help guide us in finding summer. Because that's all what we all want. We want summer found. But to find summer, we need to know what happened that day. So, what happened to summer on June 15th? And yes, I'm pulling more cards than I normally would. Make sure you can see them all. The first card I pulled is a judgment card. Right here. And the judgment card is a change. Now, when I look at this card, I think of an angel, because of the wings. And this angel is blowing this trumpet. Sounding off for the change. And then next to it I have a 10. 10 is something that's completed. 10, there's nothing, the only thing higher than 10 are the court cards, the page, the knight, the queen, the king. So 10 is the highest number, and the lower in the minor arcana. So when you get to a 10, that's completion. The wands reflects feelings, passion, energy, creativity. So something was completed. There was something completed. And when it was completed, we ended up with the Five of Cups. The 5 reflects a conflict or change. The Cups is our emotions, or it can reflect a relationship. And we all know there was a change. Summer went missing. Next we have the Empress. The Empress represents the mother, or the Blessed Mother. Summer was being watched over. The Blessed Mother is also, I see the Empress as representing Mother Earth herself. And the last card is the Page of Swords. A new journey for somebody young. I haven't given out the astrology signs yet, but I will. These two I don't have astrology signs for. The Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We know Dad is Scorpio. We know the young man that was with Summer earlier in the day is Pisces. And then we have the Swords, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Summer is Aquarius. So we know a change took place. We know she disappeared. We know this. We already know this. I know that what this card is telling me, and this card, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not ready to say it yet. Now I'm going to clarify them. And the reason I'm not going to say what I feel with these two cards is because I'm praying that I'm wrong. Sorry about that. We're going to clarify the Judgment card first. It's clarified by the Six of Wands. Remember, the Judgment is a change in life. The Six of Wands reflects a victory. Who is it a victory for? Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now let's do the Ten of Wands. And we get the Lover's card in reverse. The 10, remember I said, reflects a completion in how somebody feels. So was there some sort of relationship taking place and it came to an end? A relationship that's gone sour? This card could represent somebody under the sign of Gemini, but not necessarily. 10 is completion of feelings, a relationship gone sour. Now we're going to clarify the 5 of Cups. And it's clarified by the 6 of Swords. Remember, the 5 of Cups is a change or a conflict within a relationship. Cups being Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. As I said, Scorpio's dad, Pisces is the young man. Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Summer is Aquarius. The 6 reflects, as I said, conflict, and now there's healing taking place. Now let's clarify the Empress. And we have the 3 of Swords, and it's in reverse. As I said, the Blessed Mother is watching over, and we're clarifying that. The Blessed Mother is trying to heal these wounds that this person has suffered. They tried to block the thoughts, block the communication, but it didn't work. It penetrated that shield. The thoughts and the communications penetrated that shield. And we have the number 3. And now we're going to clarify the Page of Swords. The new journey. The new beginning. And we get the World in reverse. The world turned upside down. What happened that day? There was conflict. But there is one thing I do want to point out. We could say that the Empress represents her mom. We could say that. But beyond that, her astrology sign did not come out on the board. But Dad's did. The new journey, but it's not complete yet. Why is it not complete? Because we have not found summer. That's why it's not complete. Sorry, I had a question. I wanted to write it down real quick. Some of these are repeat questions, I'm sure. And it's not that I don't trust my previous readings. It's just that there's been so much going on. I don't know how to describe it. I feel like there's layer upon layer upon layer. And under all these layers is where summer is. And in order to find summer, we have to peel back these layers. The next question, I hope that makes sense, because this is all coming from Spirit. Every bit of it. Spirit is telling me that in order to find summer, we have to peel back the layers. The layers meaning the lies versus what's true. The next question I'm going to ask is, why did Dad take the red car that day? Why, out of all days, did he decide that he was going to take the red car, knowing it has GPS in it? Why did he take the red car? Anything else? Anything else, Spirit? Okay, I'll take that as no. So, interesting. Very interesting. Why did he take the car? We've got the Four of Cups here. Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Dad or the young man. It's one or the other. Somebody was given an offering. What kind of offering? I don't know. Now, Cups deals with relationships. So there may have been some sort of relationship that was being offered. What kind of relationship? I don't know. Next to it we have the Queen of Pentacles. Keep in mind, Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Mom and Grandma are Taurus. The flute player, who we haven't heard much about lately, is Capricorn. Which brings me to another question. One that I can't answer with the cards. Excuse my dog, he's climbing up in the window. We all know the flute player under the initials DD. However, that's not his first name. Does not start with a D. And the young man mentioned that Dad contacted Mom about somebody with a name that starts with B that tended to shack out in one of their sheds when his wife would get mad at him and kick him out. Ironically, that person's name is the same first name as the flute player. I'm just pointing this out. I'm not pointing fingers. I want to make that perfectly clear. I am not pointing fingers. However, I am pointing out how ironic that is. I don't know if anybody's seen what this supposed man that was on their property, occasionally napping out in their shed when he got kicked out of the house. If anybody's seen a picture of that man, to know if, in fact, it is the flute player or is it somebody different from the flute player. I don't know. I just wanted to point out the irony of the name. And I got sidetracked from this question. I do apologize. And my question, I'll repeat it so you remember, was why did he take the red car on that particular day? There was an offering. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles could refer to something that people have value in. It's materialistic, it's money, it's job, it's a home. And we've got the Queen. And then, once again, we have the Judgment card. The change. The change in their life that came when this tower came crashing down on them. A sudden change. Because that's what the tower is. It's a sudden change. An adjustment. When a tower crashes, all you're left with is the base. You have to rebuild from the base. And what has happened? Not only did they lose Summer, but her siblings are gone as well, that came crashing down. They're starting from the base. But what does that have to do with the red car? I don't know. We're going to clarify these cards and see if it helps. So we're going to clarify the Four of Cups. Clarify the Four of Cups. So we get the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. This Wheel of Fortune the Wheel of Fortune itself is also change. You know the wheel turns. Things are turning. Right here. There's an offering. Spin the wheel and make your choice. Queen of Pentacles. Excuse my dog in the background coughing. Queen of Pentacles. Clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, please. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles for me, please. Thank you. We got the Hierophant in reverse. Now, the Hierophant in reverse. This is Taurus. Mom or Grandma. This could be either one. And there's a child behind her. And an apple. Child has a key. The Hierophant in reverse is representative of somebody that is not willing to give in. This one's not willing to give in. And like I said, just one could be mom, one could be grandma. Grandma could be saying something to mom here. She's not willing to change her mind about something. Or I could have it wrong. It could be vice versa. Which is odd because this is the vice versa deck that I'm clarifying with. Next, I'm going to clarify the Judgment card. And we get the Queen of Wands in reverse. Like I said, the Judgment card is a change in life. The Queen of Wands represents Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but she's in reverse. She's not a very understanding person either. In reverse. When she's upright, she's nurturing energy, but she is not nurturing energy when she's in reverse. And let's do the Tower. And the Tower is the Nine of Swords upright. We're clarifying the Tower. Somebody is trapped in their thoughts. Somebody's in their head. Swords being Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So, this does not explain to me why he took that red car. He was offered something. What that offering was, I don't know. An offering that made there was some sort of change. And we have the Hierophant who doesn't want to give in. And we have the Queen of Pentacles The Queen is patient. The Queen is patient, but the Hierophant's not. And like I said, this could be, one could be mom, one could be grandma. And remember, they took grandma's truck. Then we have the Judgment card here, which represents the change. A change in life. With the Queen of Wands. A lot of negative energy. A lot of negative energy surrounding this truck. And then the Tower moment happened. And a lot of communication was taking place. surrounding summer. This doesn't explain to me why he took the red car. I'm still not getting a feeling as to why he took the red car. But I feel like there was some sort of offering of some kind. The next question. By his own admission, he went to the shed first instead of going home after getting the call that she was missing. Why? The shed I'm referring to, it's down, my understanding is it's down where they had been cutting the trees for the power lines, and that's where the boys, her siblings, were at. He said when he pulled in he seen the siblings, and I do believe he said he checked the shed, but I'm not positive on that. I think that's what he said. But my question is, why did he go to the shed first instead of going home? Why did Dad go to the shed first? Well, we got the Queen back up here. The Queen could be one of at least 3 people: Mom, Grandma, flute player. As I brought up during, I think it was the last question, the man that first of all, Dad said he was at home, or at least according to the young man, he was at home and noticed this guy that had been napping out in one of their sheds when his wife would kick him out. Was he looking for that guy? And was that guy the flute player? Because the young man mentioned the guy's name, which also happens to be the same first name as the flute player. Everybody knows the flute player is DD, but his actual first name is the same as the name that the young man mentioned as being the man in the shed when his wife would kick him out. So, and I can't ask if the man in the shed and the flute player are one and the same person, because that's a yes or no question. So we have the Queen of Pentacles here. This could be related to the shed itself, because Pentacles is material world. There was a loss. Six of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Here we have a loss. Something's not complete. Something's not complete. And then we have the Four of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This person is laying there with one sword underneath and the other three above him. I feel this is spiritual. I feel this is spiritual. I'm going to clarify these. We're going to start with the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the Nine of Cups in reverse. The Queen didn't complete something with regards to a relationship. We're going to clarify the Six of Wands. Clarify the Six of Wands, please. We get the Knight of Swords in reverse. Like I said, the Six of Swords, the Six of Wands here in reverse is a loss. And it was careless. It was a careless loss. clarifying the world in reverse. We've got the Page of Wands in reverse. A challenge to the way somebody feels. There's a challenge in how somebody feels about something not being completed. And now we're going to do the Four of Swords. Four of Swords, please. We've got the Page of Swords in reverse. The Four, who's laying there resting. And thinking, receiving messages. And now we have the Page, who has a challenge when it comes to communicating and thinking. Swords being Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Summer is Aquarius. Did Dad expect to see her laying there like that? And she wasn't there? One last question. Because this is all about finding Summer. The questions I asked was try to help understand what was taking place that day. But I've got one final question. We know Mom and Dad aren't doing anything to find Summer. and they're not doing anything to get their children back. That's just my opinion. My final question. What are the law enforcement agencies, plural, meaning local, TBI, and FBI, what are they doing to find summer? What is law enforcement doing to find summer? What are they doing to find summer, moon, Utah, wells? I've got the Knight of Wands and I've got the Nine of Wands. This Knight, he's moving away from a volcano that's about to erupt. We're moving from a Knight down to a 9. That's a reduction. Remember what I said earlier, the 10 isn't the highest number you can go, and then you get into the court cards, which the Knight is a court card. It's higher than a 10. So we're going from a Knight to a 9. We're expending less energy. We're putting less energy into finding summer. Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Here we have the Hierophant. Taurus. Mom and Grandma. Possibly. What they have to do with law enforcement, I don't know. But when I look at the Hierophant, first and foremost is about tradition and planning. So maybe they've backed off and now they're turning back to traditional methods. Why? Are we not doing, why did we stop doing these things to begin with. And what I'm talking about is out searching. Why did we stop? Why did they stop? Why? Then we have the Chariot in reverse. That could represent somebody under the sign of Cancer. Can't think of anybody off the top of my head right now under that sign. There might be, but I don't remember. This is about tradition and planning. To see tradition and planning, this should be upright. Traveling. On foot. In search. Searching. Doing what they need to do. Let's clarify these. I apologize if I sound frustrated, but let's look at this. Here we have summer, been missing since June 15th. What's law enforcement doing? I don't know about you, but I don't know. They've had more than enough time to evaluate cell phone records, GPS on vehicles. Then we had that little case of Cleo Smith in Australia that went missing. I know, different country, I understand. Different country, different laws, different rules. But she was found. And she was found safe. With a younger person. But she was found safe. In 13 days. Clarifying the Knight of Wands. We get the Page of Swords. Not communicating. Lack of communication. Nine of Wands. Well, there you go for my train lovers. They're technically not supposed to be blowing those whistles this time of night. But... and clarifying the Nine of Wands, we have the Six of Swords. Not swords. Six of Wands. Excuse me. So we went from... we started out with the Knight. We dropped down to a 9. And now we've dropped down to a 6. In our passion and our energy. that we're putting forth to finding this child. Why? The Hierophant. We have the Nine of Wands again. The Hierophant planning maybe planning on something different. Trying something different to find her. The Chariot. Clarifying the Chariot. So the Chariot, as I said, is not making any effort to do any further searches. And defining that, we have the Fool. Careless. Careless. That's careless. So what are they doing to find Summer? From what I'm seeing here, not a whole lot. We're going on over 4 months. There should have been all the cell phone data and stuff should have already been verified. Same with the GPS on that red vehicle. Why is it taking this long to get this information back? We're almost on the 5-month mark now. For those of you that remember the Gannon Stock case, it was 6 months for his autopsy. But we're not done an autopsy. We're going through cell phones and a GPS. That information should have been back and verified by now. But we're not even hearing anything from law enforcement. Why? you have any questions that you want me to ask, leave them in the comment section. And I will gladly, please, let's keep these questions to finding summer. I send much love and many blessings to all my subscribers and all my viewers. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. I just felt like I needed to start from scratch and see what kind of answers I could get. Because there's many layers. I'm feeling like there's many layers, and all they're doing is creating more layers on top of more layers to avoid the obvious. And the obvious is, where's summer? So I want to send out a lot of prayers for little Summer Moon Utah Wells. Bring summer home. Summer deserves justice. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, share it out, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because you never know when I'm going to put a video out. As always, I'll see you back next time. Have a wonderful day.